And welcome to Boxed In with Friends.
Hi.
We're almost into middle age, guys. It's happening. It's like we're still holding on to our dreams, but it's getting late.
Here we are.
Jake had a last minute wardrobe change.
Oh yeah, look at that, Jake! Wow, champion.
Dude, your fuck is on point, Jake.
Yeah, that's amazing. He was wearing a Raider sweatshirt that he was putting down when I asked him about it, and then he switched to a champion sweatshirt. That's amazing. That's some Copperfield shit.
Yeah, got to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. I'm your host, Tony Augusti, here as always with Kyle O'Neill, Katie Shea, Jake Andy. Jake and Andy are two different people, not one person called Jake Andy.
Former host right here.
But we get confused often.
Yeah,
we do all the time.
Kate and Nick Crestwood here in spirit. Kyle, you did a great job hosting the show. Give it up last week.
I was pitching for that.
Proud of you. Yeah. Tonight on the show we have artist and actor Donny Riedel, who is one of the co-stars of a new virtual show at the Ringwall called Murder She Podcast, Baby One More Crime Instead of Time. See how that works?
Yeah.
And then he's also going to be on talking about his website where he sells his art, where you can buy it. It's pretty cool. And we'll get into that. First of all, we're in Michigan. There's like a crazy vaccine outbreak going on. So I always like to check in and, provide our vaccine status. I am fully vaccinated at the end of this week. The 2 weeks will kick in. I had horrible symptoms the day after. I got it on a Friday, Saturday. I had fever, chills, achiness all over. But the next day was okay. But it's worth it. I got the Moderna shot. Kyle, what about you?
I am fully vaccinated. I got the out of print one, the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, okay. Now, were you scared about that?
No.
The blood clots?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really fit into the demographic of people that were getting them. And
I guess they're women of birth control age, and I found out pre-show that blood clots are a side effect of birth control. I did not know that.
Yes, they are, and you're more likely to get a blood clot from birth control than a vaccine. So, what's up, baby?
Yeah, it was like 6 and 7 million, I think.
Yeah,
people. I wish they would apply that logic to the cops. Like cops keep killing people, so we're gonna pause on them.
Yeah,
until we figure out what's going on. But
oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, before I forget, we need suggestions for a game we're going to play later. So basically any object, right, would be a good suggestion. Or object or occupation. And leave them in the comments and we'll use them. So Katie, what is your vaccine status?
I am out of my 2-week second dose window. I am fully a vax.
Max.
Smoking on a cinnamon cigar.
Yeah.
And Jake, what about you? I think Jake, your reflexes have been, increased because you can switch sweatshirts so fast. I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, I'm actually got injected like a radioactive vaccine.
Oh, okay. It was administered by a radioactive spider, I think.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. That's why that person looked so weird. But I could change clothes rapid fire.
That's a superpower.
That's a superpower. Like I could commit a crime and change clothes like that, and it'd be like, "What's that guy in the black hoodie?" It's like, well, "This is a pink hoodie." So what the fuck, So but I am. I got my second shot last Wednesday. I'll be fully vaxxed. Not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, next Wednesday. So my the second day, I think like Thursday morning, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like fucked up. I was like, God damn, man, this shit's crazy. But but it only lasted I ate some chicken noodle soup. My mom conveniently made that day. Drunk Gatorade, water, and by 1 o'clock on Thursday, I was like normal. Still had a headache, but that's whatever. I always have a fucking headache because I'm annoyed by shit. So I was pretty much the same by 1. I was cool.
Okay.
It was weird. I was like super achy. Went to bed and then woke up and it was like, oh, okay, that's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a power of
Mine was
science.
just, like I thought I was gonna be sick, feel symptoms, but I was like starting to, at the 24-hour mark, I was just starting to feel like kind of weak, and then I got like a second wind before I went to bed that night, and then I was like fine in the morning.
Andy, where do you stand?
So I got one 10 days ago, all thanks to a hot tip I got from Kyle, which was that, because right now, because what is today, like the 19th?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's 420 Eve, that's right. But
420 someone's got it bad.
The 19th, yeah, the 19th. But I wasn't eligible in LA until the April 15th, but I got it 10 days ago because thanks to Kyle, I found out that 2 counties over, which are like Trump County or conservative county, they had such a surplus that they were giving it away to literally anyone who wanted it, who's over 16. So I like drove 2 hours to get it, and so now I have one down, and in another, I guess, 8 days or so, I'm gonna get my second one.
Nice.
So yeah, looking forward to it.
So we're almost,
but not looking forward to feeling bad.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, you might not. It depends.
Yeah, you might not.
Yeah.
You're strong as hell. So
Yeah, you're the strongest of us all, Andy.
Well, I am buff.
Yeah.
And jacked.
That's
No,
true.
I am
I like to be jacked.
Yeah. Andy likes to flex. But yeah, so you guys out there watching, get vaccinated too if you haven't already. It's important. It's science, and you'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Look
we'll
it
all be
up.
fine. Do it because it's the right thing to do
Yeah.
for us all.
Otherwise, I don't want to hear anybody say that they're sick of it.
Yeah, that's true. Now on to hot topic. Hot topic.
down on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? You're
There's
gonna love the way
been
you look.
a lot of mass shootings going on. I heard someone jokingly say that the pandemic's getting better because the mass shootings are ramping up. Most recently, not just mass shootings, but police shootings of young black men are continuing. There's a video of the 13-year-old holding his hands up, getting shot. The trial of Derek Chauvin is going on. It's with the jury right now. And Maxine Waters was she's a congressional rep from California. She was saying that in the Derek Chauvin trial that if there's a not guilty verdict, then protesters, quote, should be more confrontational. And the judge in the trial was giving her shit for that, saying that that's abhorrent. The trial. And I was wondering what you guys think about it. I mean, yes, you could say it's abhorrent, but the killing of George Floyd is also abhorrent. So what's the difference? What's gonna make things change in both cases, in mass shootings and in black men getting killed by the police?
Yeah, I think that I am all about protesting things that you feel are wrong. But I feel was she saying that protesters should get more confrontational, like violent? Like
I don't know. She's saying confrontational.
Yeah, curious. Yeah. Okay. Because
you could look at it that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough.
I think she has the right to say it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course, and I think the sentiment is good. Is like if he basically gets away with this, like nothing's going to change. So like if he's not going to get away with it, if he gets away with it in the court of law, like
I don't. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I don't see if he gets away with it, I don't see that not happening. That
right.
Yeah.
That shit,
Right.
because George Floyd died. Look what happened with Rodney King. When the Rodney King trial happened, all those cops got acquitted, and Rodney King was still alive. You know what I'm saying? And everyone was mad about that. I mean, whether he lived or not, whether he died or not, it's still fucked up, and you should be mad about it. But I'm just saying, George Floyd, we saw this dude die on camera. You know what I'm saying? The evidence is there, and they don't. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to go to jail. He needs to go to fucking jail, and if they don't do that, then you know what I'm saying, y'all.
Then what's the point of not?
Y'all deserve everything that's coming to you.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to lose their shit, and rightfully so, because otherwise, it gives the message that, then okay, it's okay,
Well, and her getting flack for saying that. I mean, Donald Trump literally told people to stand back and stand by. So, how is that any different?
And all the people.
In this case,
he encouraged a fucking insurrection.
Right. And meanwhile, everything that she's encouraging is necessary and appropriate.
And that's a good point too, Caitlin, in that all the people that are going to get mad about Maxine Waters are probably the same people that would support Trump when he was saying stand by and stand down.
Are probably racists.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is politicians clearly, when it comes to mass shootings and the killing of black men, Jake was mentioning Rodney King. It's sad how little has changed from Rodney King to now, and all the times before. I mean, it's like the same situation, and it's not a slam dunk. We're all sitting here wondering, somebody put it like this trial of Derek Chauvin isn't about whether he killed George Floyd. It's about whether he's going to get away with killing George Floyd. Right. Because we all know he killed him. It's on tape.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone watched the defense or the final I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Arguments.
The final
closing arguments.
Closing arguments. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Today, but the defense was just kept playing the videos from the body cam and the video that we've all seen and stuff like that, and it's it's not helping your case.
Yeah.
And that but he kept calling Derek Chauvin a reasonable police officer, and he was acting as a reasonable police officer. He said the word 10, 15 times. It was over the top, but that's, I don't know. Maybe just reasonable people don't become police officers, and that's the problem.
Tom Schultz says, makes me think of Reginald Denny during the 92 LA protests. I think one of the differences now is that it's more the protests are across a much wider spectrum. It's not just black people protesting, which I think is some kind of improvement. But and also it seems to be a focus on when the violence of going against businesses and things like that, as opposed to just openly attacking people in the street, unless they're Antifa or white supremacists, which frankly I don't give a shit if they get beat up. The other thing is, I think it just this the mass shooting, which there was 4 Sikhs killed out of 8 people in Indianapolis. It just makes me. Obviously it makes me sad, but it's what's the solution to all this? Because. And I'm not usually an advocate for violence, but when I hear people say violence never solved anything, that's not true. Violence is really effective, historically, when you look at revolutions and people and making change. Obviously, protesting or, there's peaceful ways, obviously Gandhi, Martin Luther King, of doing things. But when the people in power are so corrupt and they're so unwilling to listen to, legislation, or we can't seem to legislate our way out of this. That's what despite all the shootings, all the stuff, it's we can't do anything about it. It's we can't change the laws, and
when you feel hopeless and powerless, the only way you can react is to fuck shit up.
That's what we were taught from an early age, is that we got this country because we went to war for it. Molly
Lampe says, and qualified immunity forever. Yeah, there's just structurally with the police, there's just so much.
We just don't need police as it is. We need law enforcement into some capacity, but we don't need police pulling people over for
for bullshit,
air fresheners or pulling over people in general. We can take us through cameras.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
And we need and we need to a lot of these cops should not be cops. A lot of them are fucking racist or racist as fuck, or have a history of being part of organizations or whatever. A lot of them should not be cops. Like a lot of them should not have a gun. A lot of them join like become a police officer to make themselves feel better and shit. Like there's a lot more should go into the process and the training process of like these cops. Like a lot of these motherfuckers should not be protecting and serving because they're not protecting at all, but they serving like a motherfucker.
There's more schooling hours in going to school to cut hair than there is to being a police officer.
And like the ones that are, once they get a little bit of power, the ones that are like abuse it, you know, are like, they're just like obviously piece of shit people like to do that. Because I think if you're in a position of power, then you want to be helpful to those, you know, with less.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, major problem is that like the cops, instead of like fighting crime, they're making criminals. Like they're all out to just make criminals. That's their whole thing. Like they don't need to be looking where they're looking for all these, you know, issues.
Pretty much everyone's a suspect. Pretty much like everyone's like, well, black people pretty much are all criminals, and they brought in dead or alive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time dead. You know what I'm saying? Like in comparison to the white counterparts that will yell at the cops armed and yelling at cops.
Yeah,
that's been wild to see, like the contrast of like, you know, even like with the BLM like protests, they were like, for the most part peaceful, but then you had like the people who were like predominantly white, like doing like, kind of like White Lives Matter or something like along those lines, and they're gunned up and they're like all, like, and yet nothing is being said to them, by like law enforcement. It's just the country.
Look at what happened last summer when people went to the Capitol versus when.
Yeah, exactly.
There was literally a SWAT team for a peaceful protest, and there was no one there.
Yeah,
peaceful protesters getting like pepper sprayed and rubber bulleted, and then when the people went to the Capitol and stuff, they were just kind of like, okay, cool.
Yeah, and the thing to me is also, I mean, like a douche, I'm going to say we have an improv game coming up, so leave your suggestions for occupations or objects in the comments.
Yeah,
it'll be super fun.
But also, Black Lives Matter, guys.
Yeah, it's super fun. The police are unfortunately killing black people.
No, but
we're gonna do some improv. Yeah.
That's what makes everything, guys. But
palate pleasure.
Yeah, going back to the killings and stuff. People, you hear a lot about like the populations, like, bringing out the pitchforks and going after the institutions. That has not happened yet, which is a surprise to me. You know what I mean? Right now, the killings are random, or like the protests are peaceful. But at some point, historically, that's going to change, especially in a place like America. Right now, every politician in America, for the most part, feels safe, especially those that are voting to uphold the current gun laws, But what's going to happen when the people really pick up the pitchforks and start going after, like the people that the power brokers, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say stuff because I don't want to get arrested, but I'm just talking about a situation where you see where, a politician is easy to protect, but their family isn't that easy to protect. Their kids or grandkids. That's what I'm afraid of happening, is just like the total breakdown of law, But also, part of me is like, maybe that's what it's gotta take,
Yeah, people just being so desperate and feeling unheard that nothing's being done. That maybe they're gonna start going to like more and more extreme measures.
Yeah. So, any ideas on how to fix
cops? If we get rid of the cops, who's going to fill out the paperwork when our houses get broken into?
Yeah. Well, I promise you, even if there's self-driving cars, like if all cars are self-driving, the police will still find a way to like disproportionately pull over black people.
Oh yeah, I mean, because the people programming it are going to be racist.
Yeah. So. Well, there's already that problem, like with AI being sexist and like early implementation. So, what's the future going to be? But you know what?
America. Go fuck yourself today.
Indeed. Well, yeah, I'm very curious to see what the verdict will be for Derek Chauvin. I really am. Molly Lampy, Amazon AI is sexist and racist. Also forever. Two forever comments from Molly Lampy.
I like that. Also, at first I thought it said Amazon Al, and I thought that's a great character.
Well, that guy, I'm surprised he hasn't been fired yet because he's also racist and sexist.
Amazon Al is
Amazon
sexist and racist.
Leave us your thoughts in the comments.
Leave us
what
your
you think about this. Just a reminder, coming up later in the show, Donny Riedel, artist and actor, to talk about his new role and more. But in between, let's play a game, Kyle.
All right. And you can still, we got a suggestion. This is cool. We're going to play a game called, I don't know how to host this, 1001. And we're just going to go for it, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain.
You can even join in, Kyle, if you want.
I'm going to.
Okay. Wow, Kyle taking charge. I like it.
That's right. Ooh. He was very empowered last show.
You're taking away the power from me. Tony, you're oppressing me. Let's go. Let's go with this.
Yes.
Oh, shout out one of the Ringwald owners, Brandy Joe Planbeck.
1001 training bars walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We're not going to serve you because you're never supportive."
Oh.
1001 training bras walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "I am not going to serve you," and they were like, "Oh snap!"
1001 training bras walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We're not serving you because you're wearing a wire."
Ooh, good one.
1001 trained bras walk in the bar, and the bartender's like, "What's up, buds?"
Oh man, you took mine.
Nice.
Damn, I wanted to make a breast bud joke.
1001
it would probably be more appropriate coming from you.
Yeah.
1001 training bras walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I'm not serving you," and they're like, "Oh, come on, B."
Wait, is that a training bra? I'm not going to get into bra shaming.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so then they said, "Hey, come on."
Oh,
there we
go. Let's see.
All right, let's go on to something new. Let's do here. We'll go with this one. Bluebirds.
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender is like, "I'm not serving you," and they're like, "That's foul."
Let's see. 1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Can't serve you because you're always flitting around." Nah, that sucked.
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you because you're always shitting all over the place."
1001 bluebirds walk into the bar, and the bartender's like, "Get out of here unless you bring Jay."
Wow.
1001 bluebirds walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. This ain't Toronto, motherfucker."
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I don't want you in here." They're like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because you're always chirping at the bouncers."
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "Get out!" And they're like, "Okay, no need to get feathers ruffled."
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve you here at Red Robin."
Boom.
Red Robin.
1001 bluebirds walk into a bar. Bartender says, "You get out of here. Get a new suggestion."
Let's go with this. OnlyFans Superstar.
Okay.
That's the website, onlyfans.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
An OnlyFans superstar walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We can't serve you." And they say, "Why not?" It's because you're always wanting to be strip searched.
1001 OnlyFans superstar walk to a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not serving you because I paid too much money to see your pussy all the time anyway." I don't know.
That's right. Yep, that's correct. 1001 OnlyFans superstars walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "Get out of there," and they're like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because you're having a stroke."
1001 OnlyFans superstars walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Mom?"
One OnlyFans superstars walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Honey?" I don't know.
All right, let's go to Pokey.
What?
Pokey. I think
Pocky,
it's
Pokey.
Pocky. I don't know.
What the fuck are all these suggestions?
You know, it's like those little sticks with chocolate
like the
on the end.
Japanese
You dip it-
candy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese.
Okay.
1001 Pocky sticks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve you because you always have frosting on the tip."
Just the tip.
1001 Pocky walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve you because by the time you ask for a drink and then you dip out."
Ooh. 1001 Pocky walk into a bar and the bartender's like, "Get out of here." And they're like, but we want to get hotboxed.
1001 Pockies walk to a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here," because honestly, I don't know what the fuck you are.
1001 Pocky walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here, crackers."
That's the best one.
I honestly, this may be a suggestion or it just could be a comment, but let's go with it.
Humble boobs.
Humble
Humble
boobs.
What are humble boobs?
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender says, "If you ain't gonna show your boobs, just get out." Because you're humble, your boobs. Oh. Because your boobs.
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not gonna serve you because you won't put them out, dump them out."
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "Get out." And they're like, "Fine, see you later."
Oh.
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We can't serve you. We only serve arrogant knockers here."
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "Get out of here. We're not going to serve you." They're like, "Fine, then we're going to go get litty titty somewhere else."
Yeah.
1001 humble boobs walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We're not serving you." They're like, "Why not?" It's like, "You're always tittering in the background."
1001 humble boobs walk into the bar, and the bartender's like, "Get out of here!" And the humble boobs are like, "Who are you talking to?"
Oh.
How about one more?
One more. I don't know if we have any more in the comments, but I got some. Oh, yeah, we do. Let's go to Superstore employee.
Ooh, love it.
Superstore. Okay. Walmart? I guess.
Sure.
Whatever.
For example.
Yeah.
Walmart, Myers,
What Myers,
Targets.
Myers, Kroger's.
Okay, we're supposed to play the game, not names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no,
Score bits, Kyle. Come on.
1001 Superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here because you always trying to bag my customers."
1001 Superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out." And they're like, "Why?" He's like, "Because you don't have a receipt."
1,001 superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you here because you're always coming in bulk."
1,001 superstore employees walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here!" And the superstore employees are like, "Why?" And the bartender is like, "Because you don't have health insurance or good benefits at all."
1,001 superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here." Superstore employees say, "Why?" Bartender says, "Because you always greeting my customers weird."
1,001 superstore employees walk in the bar. Bartender says, "I'm not serving you." They're like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because I don't like you when you're off target."
1,001 superstar employees walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "We're not going to serve you, so you have to leave, and please do so in a uniform fashion."
1,001 superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, look, I'm not going to serve you, but we got a you serve bar that can serve you," or whatever. Oh, stupid.
1,001 superstore employees walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve you here, and because you all wear vests."
Oh, wow.
And that was 1,001, everybody. Good job.
I got one more.
1,001.
One more.
1,001 superstore employees.
We're still going.
Superstore employees walk to a bar. Bartender says, I can't serve you." Superstore employees say, "Why?" "Because Hennessy ain't 10 for 10 here."
Worth the wait. And that was 1,001. Give it up.
Well, I got no.
No, you don't.
1,001 superstore employees walk into a bar. The bartender's like, "Get out of here unless you bring me some training bras."
Okay.
Or humble boobs.
Yeah.
Arrogant knockers.
Graham says, "I didn't have arrogant knockers on my friend's scorecard for tonight." Neither did we, Graham. It's the magic of improv. All right. Up next is our special guest of the night. He is one of the co-stars of Murder She Podcast, Baby One More Time, which is running right now. And until May 2nd at the Ringwall Theater, virtually, you can get your tickets at theringwall.com, and they have different levels, giving levels, let's say, call them. And then his role, he's going to talk about his role and also about his art. He's a very talented artist as well. He's a fan of the show, and he's actually had a performance dedicated to him, which I don't know if any of our guests can say that. Please welcome Donny Riedel, everybody. Hey!
Yay! Hi, Donny.
What's up? Can you hear me? Is this
Yeah,
good?
yeah, you sound great. Yeah. Sounds
Cool.
great. Very dressed up too. I like it.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Thank you. I think this is like the new. This is me now.
Oh, okay.
I think this is everyday Donny.
Your blazer face.
Yeah, it's definitely a face.
It's very 90s vibes, very 80s. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you.
I respect it.
I'm holding my comb in my hand right now. That's how Miami Vice.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
With the art stuff, I keep using these color schemes, like this pink this pink.
Yeah, it's
and
one of your
blue.
shirts. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
And I keep getting told by customers that's too Miami Vice for me. Can we change the colors?
Nice. You're like, no, Miami till we die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not Miami
something
Vice
about
enough
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an artist.
Well, it's their art. They're paying for it. They can tell me that they don't like the colors.
Yeah, I'm paying for artisticness. So yeah, you're in this. Well, I should say, you're known to the crew. You're a Detroit improviser now living in New York. You've been there for the past couple of years, and a fan of the show. So thanks for your support and thanks for being on. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm on the same show as friggin' the guy from State Champs and and the guy from Tiger's Jaw and Hello Goodbye. That's not. It's weird to be on the same show as those people.
It's happening, and you can hang for sure.
Yes.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about Murder She Podcast, Baby One More Crime.
Every time the title's said, it's so silly.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a movie we filmed separately in our own areas, right? The Ringwald reached out to me and said you'd be a dead ringer for Chris Crocker, so I shaved and then we did that. We all just filmed in our separate locations, and it's what it is it's like a murder serial, crime serial show based on, they think Britney Spears may or may not have gone missing, and they're trying to solve what happened to her throughout the little short movie.
Wow, I love the deep cut of Chris Crocker so much.
Yeah.
What an honor to play that role.
Who knew? I keep getting like dream roles that you never know you were dream roles or the best roles.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't imagine you as Chris Crocker. And then I saw we have a clip here that we're going to play in a second. But I was like, oh, yeah, that's good. You know, it works.
I remember watching those videos like when they came out and being like, oh, this is why I'm alive.
Absolutely. The internet circa 2008 was just
golden age.
Yeah.
Let's play a clip now from Murder She Podcast, Baby One More Crime.
Perez Hilton talked about professionalism and said that if Britney was a professional, she would have pulled it off no matter what. Speaking of professional, when is a professional to publicly bash someone who's going through a hard time? Leave Britney alone, please. Leave Britney Spears alone right now. I mean it. Anyone who has a problem with her, you deal with me. Because she is not well right now. Leave her alone.
All right.
Great.
Very nice.
I was laughing out loud.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was great.
Now, are you the kind of person, are you uncomfortable watching yourself?
Not you. Like if it's a mirror, I love looking at me. But when it's like a video clip, I do get. I don't know. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. If it's thanks, Brandy Joe. Brandy Joe was the director for this.
Yes.
He's, like you said earlier, Tony, one of the co-owners for of the Ringwald. Who they don't have a space right now, and this movie is helping them fund their search for their new space. Right.
Yeah.
So. Help them out
go to the ringwald.com and get your tickets.
One of my all-time favorite theaters.
Did you have that wig lying around, or did you have to order that?
Oh yeah, no, that's just an old thing.
It's just your in-house wig.
Vince Kelly, who actually also co-wrote it. Vince Kelly and Matthew Arrington co-wrote this movie together. He also does costuming for a lot of theaters.
Yes, Vince did costuming for Who Run the World.
Oh yeah. He's the best.
Yeah.
But he bought it on Amazon and sent it to me. The shirt too. Nice. I had the yellow sheet though.
So did you just shoot this in your apartment or?
Yeah, I fortunately bought a camera a few months ago with Bob Hank money, which was crazy to make. I mean, it's $300 camera, but I shot it.
Hey.
I shot it in my apartment. The neighbors didn't complain when I did like.
I was going to ask you.
I just kept screaming that over and over.
So there were like no gentle knocks on the door, like pounding on the ceiling.
Everything okay?
Yeah. No, my roommate said it sounds like you really committed.
Brandy Joe says we'll be releasing the whole video next weekend.
I did do the whole thing.
Nice.
I recreated the whole thing.
Wow.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's been weird to just act again in general. I needed a break so bad, and 2 years was like a pretty decent break. So I'm like ready to perform and stuff again. It's really exciting.
Yeah, like how have you been keeping busy otherwise in New York? Because I mean, you moved there to pursue an entertainment career, and then obviously COVID hit and everything.
Right. I was gonna just say nonsense. I'll be honest. How I've been spending my time. I wake up around 11, and then I'll go on a walk. I walk over the bridge to a park, and then I watch some people play soccer, and then I walk back, and then I come back to my apartment and I masturbate, and then go take a shower. And I masturbate again in the shower. Drinking.
Wow.
And then I
wish Nick Cresswood was here for some reason right now.
You know what? That's a lot like my day, minus the shower and soccer.
Right. Jake does it dry. Yeah.
Jake goes to the park and masturbates while watching soccer.
No, I don't. No, it's no soccer or shower.
Oh, okay.
Just the park.
Just masturbating.
Jake faces a corner
and the walk. I go on a walk too. I go on a walk, and there's no bridge to walk over. But yeah, I go for a walk. I wake up by 11, and I beat my dick a lot. Yeah.
I straight up love when you come, bro.
Yeah.
You started this, Donny.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I've just been out. When you say masturbate, it's like, I connect with that. There you go.
If we're being honest, it's just
exactly.
It's perfectly natural.
Yeah.
Hey, it's perfectly
it's
natural.
Not natural to do it how much I'm doing.
I tried.
Yeah.
Let's stop the perfectly natural like it's embarrassing. It's perfectly great. And keep doing
it. Perfectly fine, and this is the show to talk about it on. As if you watch the show, it comes up quite a bit.
Every time I jerk off, I call the cops.
I'm so sorry to take it to this direction, but I'm thinking of masturbation in movies right now. Yeah. And my favorite two masturbation scenes in movies are what's that Will Forte movie, MacGruber, when he's and then the Joaquin Phoenix movie, The Master.
Oh, The Masturbator.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like standing on a hill, and he's just like from behind, and you just see like his butt clenching. And so this is a plug for The Master. If you haven't seen The Master, I think it's by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes.
It's got some of the best masturbation scenes in it.
That's on my list. I haven't seen it. Now I'm definitely going to watch it now without pants on.
By the way, Jake, changing clothes fast used to be like a legit thing that I thought I was good at. When I would like go over to my friends' houses when we were young, and we'd like have to go swimming for some reason, I was always the first person out of the bathroom with their swimsuit on. Like my friend would go to their bedroom, and I'm like, "You're still changing? You need to speed up, buddy."
Yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, that should be a real thing. You should. That is a real thing. You should be proud of it, man. Proud of it. Like,
I'm honestly so proud of how quickly, because he had a different outfit on. The countdown happened, and he didn't even look winded, and had a full different sweatshirt on.
I honestly didn't notice that he had changed until the show started. I was like, "Wow, look at that!"
I can take off my shirt pretty quick, but getting it back, another one back on is.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to do the rest of the show shirtless, Kyle, that's fine. You know,
I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of shirts,
it's not like a Wendy's.
Speaking of shirts, I was going to say, let's get into the fact that during
segue.
Yeah, in addition,
I feel like so many people have other talents that maybe were put on hold because of other things. So you got a shirt on that you designed, and you've got a whole art account, which is awesome. You have got a cat mug.
This cat mug.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
More coffee, you say?
So you can I'm scrolling along the different places. You can go to bobhankart.com or bobhank.com and then add bobhankart on Instagram. You can see Donny modeling some of his wares. How long has the site been running? What gave you the idea to start doing it?
We're at almost an exact full year right now. The idea came from, so I majored in fine art in college, right? Mm-hmm. I've always been a drawing person. And then just college sort of beat it out of me, right? It tends to do that.
That seems to be so many of my friends that went to school for it, had to stop.
Right. It's this idea of satisfying what somebody else wants is just so antithetical to what the idea of an artist is. And if you want to be an artist, you have to be the opposite of an artist and give people what they want to a certain extent.
Yes.
The most successful artists give people what they want to give them. And that's hopefully the path I'm trying to
and very, very affordable. $24. That's a deal.
Do you think that's affordable?
I think
That's
so.
my feedback. Okay.
I think a lot
in this economy, of course.
That's so funny.
Usually I see shirts at like the $30, $40 mark nowadays.
Well, you just made these prices go up.
Oh wow, look at that. Well, it's a long
get them at these prices while you can, people.
That's right.
I've been so poor for so long. I grew up without money. Like if a shirt's not less than $12, there's not a chance in hell I'm buying it. So making a shirt for $26, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think especially for a long sleeve, that's very affordable.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
that feeling.
That's
Where
very
did the
affordable.
name, where did Bob Hank come from?
Great question. Bob was the name of my first cat, little black cat, who was a female. And then Hank was the name of the cat I got in high school, who was also a female.
Yeah.
But the name Bob comes from Bob Gibson, who was a pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
The name Hank comes from Hank Aaron, who is one of the most famous baseball players of all time.
Yeah, recently passed away. R.I.P.
Recently passed away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the kitty in the picture modeling the T-shirt your cat? I take it.
Yes. Is she around? Can I grab? I don't see her. Yes, that is my cat, Ophi.
Ophi. Okay, Ophi.
Yeah, short for Ophelia.
Love it.
Should I
actually
number on the show?
What'd you say?
She's our guest in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I actually reluctantly was. I love her now. I did not necessarily. I didn't like go to a shelter and get Ophi. She was given to me by a friend who had to get rid of her two cats. And Ophi's a little bit standoffish, and I was friends with Ophi, and we were afraid that if Ophi were to go anywhere else, somebody might get hurt. So that face that she's making in that drawing is pretty true to her personality.
So did you stop drawing for a while after college and start up again, or did you always keep drawing?
I pretty much stopped. I would doodle. Most of the drawing I actually did ever in life was like on the back of tests and stuff. I wouldn't like go home and sit down and draw. But yeah, so after college, I just didn't feel too much. There's a lot of life happening after college, right?
Yeah, of course. But again, we've heard it from other people too, like, especially with art, life beating it out of you or school beating it out of you. So I've always asked the question, what inspired you or what led you to start doing it again?
Just having the time, I think. I wasn't doing comedy, wasn't acting. You can only write so much every day. So I was just bored. I was just bored and trying to think of, I got super into like business videos on YouTube this past year. Right. And like reading like self-help, but just straight up self-help stuff.
Did you read The Artist's Way?
No, I have not.
I've read that.
I only read toxic.
I only asked
stuff.
because I've started that book like 6 times.
Yeah,
I started.
I have The War of Art on my bookshelf.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
It's right. It's like literally on the top right there that I keep being like, I'm gonna read that.
Yeah,
I'm just. That's where it's at.
I'm super attracted to just like the really bro-y self-help stuff. Like I read the David Goggins book, who is on Joe Rogan all the time, and he wrote a book called Can't Hurt Me, and you know what? I read it and I loved it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like what you like.
Book. Yeah,
I started reading it and I was like, I'm too lazy to do this.
This is the subtle art of. I feel the subtle art of not giving a fuck is part of that bro-y self-help stuff.
That guy has a YouTube channel now. It's great.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's great. It's very motivating. It's so simple to be successful. If you just watch these videos, it's so simple.
Simple, not easy sometimes.
Easy way.
It's so simple to be successful, and it's so easy to not be sad.
You just stop it. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
A year in, how is it? How is running a business been versus what you thought it would be?
Well, first of all, I'm proud of myself for sticking with it for a year period. I've never, other than improv, stuck with like a pursuit for longer than 2 months. I'm a very fad person. So like when we talked about this jacket earlier, I don't stick with things. I'm always trying to find the next thing for myself.
Yeah.
So sticking with it for a year has been really cool, and learning what it's like to start a small business and how insanely hard it actually is really important. I encourage everybody to try to start a business just so they can see, especially improvisers who like to complain like,
oh my God, improvisers.
Me included. Yeah. Like the theater's not doing the right thing, man. I would do different, which to be fair, like some of those arguments are founded, but it's just really hard to run a business. And I'm not even paying for advertising yet.
So it's been all word of mouth, huh?
It's all been word of mouth, which I'm hoping to stick with that. But yeah, I've made enough. Keeping the spirit of the punk rock, it's all got to be DIY.
I have a question. Are you or were you a fan of like German Expressionism or like Tim Burton growing up? Because like I see a lot of like when you started
right in front of me. Right now.
When you first started posting stuff, I was like, oh, this looks a lot like I have like a bunch of Tim Burton books, but I was like, this looks a lot like the stuff he did like when he was in college and stuff, of like very like line drawing and like the tone of it and everything. It just reminded me of that, and I just like it a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's always been the aesthetic, is like the sketchy darkness sort of thing. I've always been attracted. It's like, just to me, it's the most interesting way to do something simple. More recently, I've been trying to do like more complex, like true to life portraits. But when I'm not doing that stuff, I keep comparing things to improv, but like the thing I'm attracted to about improv is that it's simple, and you can make it as complex with that simple frame as you want. And that's sort of what I'm trying to do with my drawings, is just use simple lines, but make it special.
Yeah.
Have you sent your shirts to any celebrities to see if they'll wear them? I could see Pete Davidson wearing one of your shirts.
Dude, and I could find him. He's like in New York somewhere.
Yes.
Right?
Staten Island.
Staten Island, yeah.
He's on. Right,
That is royalty out there.
His mom's house. Yeah, he used to live with his mom in Staten Island, but he recently bought an apartment in Manhattan, I think.
Also, he's got some of his privilege.
Yeah.
So
he said it. Yeah, my close friend Pete Davidson, who I will give a shirt soon, told me all of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I gotta give him a shirt.
Yeah. You gotta reach out to your celebrity friends.
Yeah, you gotta, lean on your celebrity friends in times of need.
That is what Gary Vee says, who is another broy entrepreneur type.
Oh, Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Matt Noss he turned me on to him. He's a big fan of Gary Vee. So
he says to make friends with celebrities and use them.
Yes, he says send your products to any and all celebrities that you can find their contact info, even if they don't use it. All it takes is one.
To just showing up on a red carpet or whatever.
That's true.
And Pete Davidson, he does wear like a lot of different T-shirts.
There's
Billionaire
like
Boys
we're
Club
like the same age. Yeah. He
and
dresses like
it's a cool name.
If you could definitely wear my shirt.
Yeah.
If you
had more neck tattoos,
for sure.
Yeah. With the future, when the pandemic ends, like, will you? This is the Murder She podcast is. You see, like you said, like your kind of return to acting after almost 2 years. But do you plan to pursue that more? And we, in conversations before you left, you mentioned that before you went to New York, that you were interested in trying stand up or pursuing stand up. Do you still have aspirations of that, or?
Absolutely. One of the reasons is I've had so many jobs, you guys, and I have hated every single one of them. I've had over 30 jobs in my life, and so at this point, I'm a lifer, I think, in just pursuing this stuff, comedy and acting, because I can't do it. I can't do anything else. I don't wanna.
And you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Fuck working for other people. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You're your own boss.
What was out of 30 jobs, what would you say is was the worst one? Your least favorite one?
Oh, I worked for I delivered newspapers as a 26-year-old for about a week and a day. That sucked. It was in the winter, and delivering papers these days is different than it was in the past. In the past, it was every house got a newspaper, so you could just throw them out the window, right? These days, it's like one house on this block needs a newspaper, and then you have to drive 4 miles into rural Saline and find an unmarked driveway and hope that they want a newspaper because your paper says it does, and you drop it there at 4 a.m. on a snowy winter dirt road. So that sucked. The first week of that, I was just delivering the standard newspaper, and then on my 7th day, they were like, just so you know, the first week we take it easy on you. You have all these other promotional ad flyers to deliver now to every single house. And I drove to a dumpster in Chelsea because that's where I was, and I threw them all in the dumpster. And I never. There's a dumpster. The BP
technically, that is a delivery, So
right.
Yeah.
Deliver them.
The dumpster reads, shit.
Yeah, dumpsters love paper.
Yeah.
all those marsupials hanging on the dumpster love reading papers.
Well, Donny, unfortunately our time is at an end, but you've been a great guest.
Thanks for having me.
You can catch Donny, if you want to see, I know you want to see more of Donny in Murder She Podcast. Maybe One More Crime, a title which Donny loves hearing and saying. Streaming now.
Maybe One More Crime.
Yeah. Yeah,
this is the best part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Streaming from now until May 2nd. You can get tickets at theringwall.com. A lot of other talented people that are involved in that. And it goes to support, the Ringwall as it looks for a new home. Support Bob Hank Art. You can follow it go to bobhank.com. Buy those shirts now. Very affordable shirts. I will be buying a shirt. That is my promise to you, Donny. You can follow him on TikTok at Donny Riedel. And Instagram at Bob Hank Art. Yeah, or at TikTok. Love his TikTok videos. I have a feeling I haven't looked at your TikTok, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of parks and soccer involved somehow.
It's going to be a lot of subtle stuff.
Yeah. And then we'll remember fondly the times we had. Sure. But thanks so much for being on, Donny. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Donny. It was great seeing you.
All right. Bye.
It's been great seeing you.
Rock forever. Take it easy. Bye.
Donny is one of the most talented people I know.
Oh yeah.
I will say.
Let's see.
That was great.
We got a spam comment.
I saw. I don't even know what it is. I was like reading it and I was like, "What the fuck?"
We got a shout out from. Well, we're on Twitch. It came from Facebook.
Yeah, it came from. Well, yeah, the original Twitch.
Well, you gonna pull up the spam comment or not?
Do you want me to? I could.
The best.
Yeah.
Let's dissect it.
Yeah, why'd you
stop being two faces and defending your country? Boy. It's a war against communists. Then we all had to acting like it and united with our police and armed forces. We're all taking them right now, the White House. So obviously a Trumper.
What is his profile?
As human beings become more empowered, there is a fundamental need for us to become more conscious in response rather than reactive. I mean, that actually makes sense that,
except they're being reactive. So
yeah.
I don't know what he's saying though.
I mean, basically he's saying that he's shitting on us for being against the police, or not even against the police, but against corrupt police and unmoderated police. and basically calling us communists.
Well, sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Cameron.
I like that. And
Molly says it's a bot.
It's a bitch ass bot.
I'm really enjoying the Molly comments, and I'm liking the. She's got away with the language. I like it.
She does.
She's just a perfect human.
Yeah.
How do y'all know whether how y'all know whether it's spam or a bot or whether?
I don't know. Molly knows.
Molly knows. She said it's a bitch ass bot.
I wish she would have said forever. Yeah,
Forever.
for E. That's my new favorite abbreviation as an old person. I'm like, I'm going to say for E now.
Say it, Molly. Before we go, say it.
For Loco for E. But yeah, it's been a great show. Thanks again to Donny for being on. Brandy. Brandy is confirming Molly knows all. So
yep, exactly.
But yeah, we're on every other week. Check us in a couple of weeks for more content, more great interviews and musical performances. Support support digital mediumship forever. And yeah, support Donny and the Ringwald and all of our community. We're sticking tight, sticking together in these times.
Support the theater, support the artists.
Yep. We'll be back even more in 2 weeks, even more vaccinated, even more hyped, and even more ready to go.
I'm going to get my 4th shot, baby.
Yeah.
I will miss you all next show.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Yeah, we won't have Katie.
You're on vacation?
I will be off the grid. Oh, this is not I will be off the grid camping in the tent, and no one will know where I am.
I may or may not be here.
Okay. Yeah, I know you had a job that well, we won't get into that. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just say MTV either sucks or they blow.
Yeah, they either sucks or they're lying.
They rule. They sucks or they rule. All right. What did I just say? All right. Tom gives a final comment. It was great seeing your faces forever. Great seeing your faces too. Thank you for the comments and for watching. We really appreciate it. See you in 2 weeks. Peace.